What's up, everyone? I'm Jack Fossett, and today we're checking out a set of Telecaster pickups from David Allen. These are the Cheetahs. Now, before we get started, it's very important to mention, do not ever get yourself into a competition with a Safari Big Cat. They're a bunch of cheetahs. I'm not lying. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel and welcome to this demo and review of this Telecaster set from David Allen. This is my second sponsored review with David Allen. I recently did their P51 PAF set in one of my Les Pauls. Now this is a really great modern sounding Telecaster set, and this is in a particularly special Telecaster of mine. This is an American Standard from 2009 that was a limited edition with a matching headstock. This set sounds like a Telecaster, and I don't know how else to say it. It just sounds more Telecaster than any Telecaster that I've ever played. What's interesting about it is that, you basically kind of like think about all the attributes of a good Tele set, various ones, and kind of put them all together in one with a lot of fidelity. And the way that they describe the set on the website is focus. That's what he said. It's like really high focus. Now, one thing that I think makes a big difference is the bridge pickup in particular has a steel base plate, and I replaced a set of stock Fender pickups which did not have anything like that, and the bridge just has a lot more percussive oomph to it, I want to say. It just got a lot more presence. Now, one of the things that I think is really, really cool that he did with this set, and I have no idea how he did it, but Telecaster neck pickups they're a thing, right? A lot of people love them. A lot of people don't love them. I think I did a whole video on this years ago, but I think one of the reasons why you see many Telecaster neck pickups changed is because they can be hit or miss, they can be inconsistent, and I think some people also just don't get the tone. I think that's why particularly a lot of players favor more of like a Stratocaster neck sound. So you'll see players put, obviously the classic to put a humbucker in the neck position of a Telecaster. You'll see mini humbuckers, you'll see Filtertrons, you'll see wide range humbuckers, you'll see all kinds of things in the Tele neck position, even like P90s or whatnot. I really like the Tele neck sound. It's different than the Stratocaster sound. It has this sort of like airy hollowness to it that's different. But sometimes I think they can sound a little dark. Sometimes they can sound a little nondescript. You will get some Telecasters where the neck pickup just sort of sounds like generic single coil. So a typical thing is to get a Telecaster neck pickup in the size and the cover and everything, the chrome cover, but it's wound to sound like a Stratocaster neck pickup. That's a pretty typical thing that you'll see out there. One of the things that I love about the Cheetah set that again sort of surprised me, and I don't know how he did it, is he gave it more presence. He gave it more bite, but it still sounds like a Telecaster neck pickup. It doesn't sound like a Stratocaster neck pickup. And there is, I will admit, we're getting pretty laser focused and we're getting a little bit nitpicky, but I think there is a difference in tone between the Stratocaster neck sound and the Telecaster neck sound. And it's clearly not just that sort of like presence thing, because again, these have more presence and yet somehow it's still a Telecaster to me. So I think that makes it really cool, super versatile. And again, just that big boldness and the clarity of it. You know, they're fat sounding, but without being vintage fat sounding. They're not fat sounding in the sense of like, oh, it's this big, punchy tone, but more that they're not lacking anything. Hopefully what I'm struggling to describe is coming through in the video. Now these use Alnico 3 magnets and they use a 43 and 42 gauge wire. They are wound to 7.5 and 8.3K. So they've got, good amount of output, kind of more in that classic range. And I don't know. I'm just really enjoying them. I think they sound good. I typically have always been one to stray towards vintage style pickups, just because that's the style of guitar that I'm into and that's the style of music that I'm into. But that doesn't necessarily mean that something outside of that range sounds bad. And, also there are some modern pickups that, in exchange for being better with gain, or in exchange for being, having more clarity, sometimes they lose character. They sound kind of flat or lifeless. And these definitely do not have that problem. So today I'm plugging into my Fender Twin Reverb, and for the overdriven tones, I'm using a J Rockett El Hombre overdrive. So let's get back and do a full pickup by pickup comparison right now, both clean and overdriven. All right, so that is the Cheetah set from David Allen. So I've tried 2 of his sets now and been very, very impressed with both. So I'm, hopefully going to try out some more in the future. But boy, I'll tell you, they brought this Tele to life in a way that I didn't even know it needed. I liked this guitar anyway, and these just gave it that much more. So I'm really excited about that. I'm going to put a link to where you can check out these pickups below, not an affiliate link, just a link to his website so you can check those out. I'm Jack Fossett. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.